Hello friends, my name is Maxim Zelensky. I am the Microsoft MVP from St. Petersburg, Russia, not Florida, and I am blogging about Power Query and Power BI at excel-insight.pro. A couple of weeks ago, I posted a blog about how to implement an incremental refresh for the Pro account in Power BI service, and Parker Stevens kindly asked me to make a short video about it for the BI Elite channel. I will try to demo how it works. First of all, what is incremental refresh? When you create a dataset, you import all the data you need in one refresh action. When you refresh the dataset, you again import all the data in one refresh action, and again and again and again. For example, when you need data for the several years in your report, and you need this report to be refreshed daily, you will load all the data for the several years on each refresh. This is how usual dataset works. Consider the situation when you are working with a slow or limited data source, for example a web API or OData source. Each refresh could take a significant amount of time, and most of it is for retrieving historical data, but you need only changes from the last refresh. So here is an incremental refresh comes to the scene. With incremental refresh you can divide the data in two parts. First one is historical data, which don't need to be refreshed. And the second part will be refreshed to get the new data only. Then you append one piece of data to another and get a full dataset. On the classical scenario, after appending, all the data you've got become historical. It will be kept by the incremental refresh engine, and in the next refresh you can query the data source only for the new data, and so on. As you may know, until this moment, the incremental refresh in Power BI is available for the premium capacity only. Secondly, not each data source could be used for incremental refresh in Power BI service. And the most distracting, we cannot perform it in a Pro account. But we can do not the same, but a very close refresh logic with the help of Dataflows. What is Dataflow? Dataflow is a set of Power Query queries which resides in your workspace in Power BI service. These queries are evaluated in the service, and these results also start in the cloud in a special Azure Data Lake storage capacity, managed by Power BI. Then we can consume these results as any other data source in the Power BI desktop. In other words, we can now separate the ETL process from the dataset. And here comes the cavalry. Each data flow in the Power BI service could be refreshed manually or by its own schedule. It means that we can refresh some data flows, for example, daily, to obtain fresh data, but for others we can disable or do not set at all the refresh schedule. In this case, after the initial refresh, the data you got becomes unchanged and is still stored in the data lake. The only difference between this scenario and classical incremental refresh is that appended data could not be stored as historical data in total, so we lost this step. So we can obtain historical data, and we can set a schedule for the fresh data load, almost the same as in classical incremental refresh. Let me now show you how it works in the service and how I will use these data flows in Power BI desktop. First of all, we have to set this option, data flows options, to be enabled for the tenant. Go to the settings, admin portal, tenant settings, scroll down, and here we can find data flow settings preview and set it to enabled. Then let's try and create a new app workspace. I recommend to use a new way to create workspaces. Name this workspace, for example, BI Elite Demo. Save. We got this screen, click skip, and then create data flow. Then we will define new entities, in other words Power Query queries. Click on the add new entities. For this demo I will use a call for one of the APIs to get historical data and fresh data. So I create a blank query. I have a function which connects to this API. So I copy code of this function and just paste it here as in Query Editor in Power BI. Click Next. Power Query Online recognizes this as a function. It's okay. We need to rename it. Okay. and then we have to set this function to not load. There are only one reason, because Azure Data Lake Storage do not recognize functions as a tables. Of course, it is not a table. And then we can call this function. This function uses some parameters. Two of them is date1, date2. Let's create two parameters. Right click, get data, blank query, and let me write here a date in a format that's specified in this API. Okay. Let's call this query date from, and also disable load. Okay, let's duplicate this query, rename it to date2, and change it to the last date we want to be stored as historical. For example, it will be the end of February this year. Okay, this query also disabled to load. Okay, we need to create a query that will use this function and these parameters to get data from API. Okay, I click on get data, blank query, and I already write this call in text file, so I'm copy it and paste it here. You can see that I use here in the call date from, date2, click next. Power Query Online asked me for the credentials. This is anonymous call, so I can just click connect. Here it is. We've got the data we need from this call. We have to set types on these columns. This will be a date, this will be text, and this is whole number. Okay, let's name this query as staging query. Okay, click done. We create a data flow with query which get historical data. Click save. Name this data flow as staging up to 2019-02-28. Save it and click refresh now. After some refresh, you can see here the last refresh date. Let's create another data flow. Click create data flow and repeat all steps we have done before. In this query I recreated a function. Then I changed date from parameter to the 1st of March and date2 parameter to yesterday. This is a parameter which allowed by API to use as yesterday date. Let's create last query. Click, edit credentials again. You can see that we have fresh data only. This data is only for the March. Okay, just remember that we need to set proper column types. Let's name this query as refreshing. It's a refreshing query. Done. So we have got another data flow. Let's save it. Give it the proper name. For example, refreshing since 2019-03-01. Save it and click refresh. Let's close it. And now we can set a schedule to refresh. We can click here on this button, or we can do it from the left panel. Just click into the three dots to the right, data flow name. Click schedule refresh. Go to the scheduled refresh section and set this time to refresh. For example, it will be 8 AM. Apply. Okay, let's see how we can consume these data flows in Power BI Desktop. Let's open the new Power BI Desktop project. Click on Get Data. You can see here Power BI Data Flows Beta. Click on it, and Power BI Desktop connected to our account in Power BI Service. And you can see here the new workspace we just created. And if we expand it, we can see our data flows and the tables in it. So let's click both tables and click Edit. Power Query Editor window is opened. We can see here two queries. So we can just append one query to another. Click on Staged Query, append queries as new, select the refreshed query, click OK. We have got a new query appended each one, And for these queries, we can disable load this way. So these queries will be used only for get data from Dataflows, and this query will be used as a main query to get all data in one table. We can rename it, for example, by the name of API. That's all. We've got a new query which combines data from two queries, and when we refresh this dataset, refresh this preview, or publish this report to the Power BI service and set refresh for this dataset in Power BI service, it will not touch API. It will only take data from Dataflows, in other words, from Azure Data Lake Storage. Let's click Close and Apply. We can now publish this report to the Power BI service, and after this report will be refreshed, this dataset will be refreshed, they will never query an API. They will only get data from Dataflows, not from API. But Dataflows themselves will query the API by the schedule we set. So the staging query will never refresh because we did not set a refresh schedule for it. But refreshing query will be refreshed daily, and we will only get a new data here in Dataflow. So we significantly reduced the API hits. We significantly reduced the API load. We have a staging query which always the same, and we have a refreshing query that refreshes daily. We combine it and we get almost an incremental refresh. So it's quite easy. You can apply different logic to your refresh policy. You can create several queries, one of which will get old historical data. Second, for example, with monthly refresh, will get not so old historical data, and so on. Of course, sometimes you will need to rearrange the queries and expand historical query range and make refreshing query shift a little, but it's much better than just load all the data from the API in each refresh. I hope it will help you.